on the floor a lot. They're all older players, and there's some luck in that involved as well. Hopefully that continues and we get better at it. But it's good to be able to be in close games and be able to win them.
That said, I think you've missed like 20 free throws in the second half combined the last two games. Is there, as much as you are in the close games, I'm sure those games could have been a little bit more comfortable had you knocked some of those down.
We got to concentrate. We work on free throw shooting every day, and hopefully moving forward they start to go in.
You struggled early in the year with that, and then got better. Do you think you can be more consistent?
Well, early in the year, the guys who were getting fouled weren't our better free throw shooters. So if you look at it, and as much as I hate to say it, the two guys that weren't shooting well really weren't shooting well, and it kind of brought the team percentage down. Then it got accentuated when some of your guys at a 73 to 80% would miss one. It all just started to snowball from there.
I think Isaiah Jackson, when he plays 20 or more minutes, you guys are 7-3. Talk about him when he gets some more time and more minutes. That versatility.
I think Isaiah's versatility, Alpha's versatility, really help us because they can play 1 through 5. And the way the game is being played today is a lot of positionless basketball, and you're just trying to put the guys that are the most skilled, toughest, and systematically detailed on the floor to try to win the game.
You mentioned the other night about the young guys and maybe trying to bring them along, but at the same time with the veterans as well. How much are you trying to find that delicate balance between maybe bring the young guys along for the future, but also too this is crunch time right now.
You're in the present, and you know what your guys can do now. You got a really good feel of your team. You put your guys in situations that can help you. But when it comes down to it, you need to put the guys on the floor that have been there, know what it takes. And if the younger guys are playing well, go with them. But go with the guys that are playing well.
You mentioned the toughness. At this point in the season, is there always bumps and bruises, or is there more so this season than previous?
Every team goes through it. Look what Villanova's going through right now. Look what Kentucky's going through. Kansas. You got a lot of teams that are beat up, and that's where you need a little bit of depth. You got to get lucky with all the health and injuries. But everybody around the country has a bump or bruise right now, and there's no time to be babies right now. We can't baby anybody, and everybody has a bump and bruise. Got to be able to play injured. If you're hurt, you can't play.
Coach, you mentioned just how important it is to be able to play in close games down the stretch. Just to kind of talk about that importance more, especially deeper in the season.
Well, in conference play, especially the second half of conference play, you're going to see a lot of close scores. So you work on it in practice, you work on it in your preparation, time and score. You'll see us do it today. We'll put 2 minutes on the clock, up 3, down 4, 1-point game. No timeouts on the shot clock, or no timeouts remaining in a game. Baseline out of bounds, sideline out of bounds. You're constantly working on special situations right now because that's what the game's coming down to. You see DePaul and Creighton last night, 1 possession game. They make a 3, and then DePaul doesn't get a shot off. So all these games are really close.
Making St. John's, beating last place team, beating the first place team, and like you said, DePaul beating Creighton. Coaches always say it's tough from top to bottom, but that's pretty good evidence.
That is really good evidence. You have a really confident St. John's team on the road and beat arguably the number 1 team in the country. You have a DePaul team that's played really well in a 1-possession game against Creighton, and those are considered teams that are not at the top of our league, but when you look at the parity in the league, man, is it really hard, and that's just not in the Big East, that's all across college basketball.
Speaking of the Big East, you guys, I think, always, when you've gone to the Big East tournament the last 3 years or so, you've been safe, so to speak. How much you talked about the guys taking care of business now allows us to go into New York, with a different mindset, so to speak?
We haven't talked about the Big East tournament at all, to be honest with you. Right now, we're dialed in game to game. It's good if you can go there and you are comfortable, but you don't want to give your guys something too far down the line and take their focus off the present. Right now, we're thinking about DePaul. They're coming off a tough loss. We're a little banged up, so we just got to keep them concentrated on the small things.
What do you think has changed about your group and DePaul's group since the last time you played?
I think it's a good question. I think DePaul's playing a lot more confident. I think the younger kids are getting a lot better. Their 2 freshmen played well last night. Kane looks like he's a lot more comfortable. Strus is always a double waiting to happen. We're going to have to be on our A game. I'm excited to know that we'll have a great crowd at the game, Alumni and Family Day. We need everybody to be loud, proud, and in black, white, and silver. All set?